So, back for another VGC guide, and this time we're looking at Galarian Zapdos. So, it now gets Tailwind, and that's pretty big for it. Didn't get it in the previous generation, and that's when it was introduced, so now it gets Tailwind. It should be much better than it was previously. Obviously, it had Max Airstream that it could have been going for in the previous generations as well, but just getting Tailwind is very nice for it. And having Defiant as a great ability is also very, very good. It's basically just a better Braviary at this point, because Braviary would also want to be going for Brave Birds, but would not be getting Stab on the close combats that it would be wanting to go for as well. So this is just an upgrade to that, which is very, very nice for it. I've basically just stolen the EV spread from regular Zapdos, because they have basically the same bulk, although apparently Galarian Zapdos has 5 more defense than regular Zapdos has, so get away with less investment. Also, I messed up the speed on the previous Zapdos. It should have been 1 point faster, because that was supposed to outspeed a Choice Scarf GU, and it's speed tied with it. Whoops. So just go 1 point faster on both of these Zapdoses, the previous one and this one. So yeah, they're just basically the same otherwise, and because of the slightly higher defense that Zapdos Galarian has, then you get a little bit more attack. But the awkward thing about going bulky on your Zapdos is that you want to be going for close combat, but that reduces your defenses. And you want to be going for Brave Bird, but that does recoil, which sacrifices some of your defenses. So it's a little bit awkward. Like I'll jump ahead to some of the more other recommended moves sets here as well. They can go back onto this one also, because Thunderous Kick is an alternative that doesn't reduce your defenses and allows you to make use of the bulk a bit more. But it is a significant drop in damage than it is for close combat. Because 90 compared to 120, that's a third increase for 120, so it's big. I know you get the drop in defenses with the Thunderous Kick, which is also very good, and still makes it worthwhile, but it's a little bit slower. So just keep in mind, if you're going bulky, Thunderous Kick is perfectly fine as well. Close combat is preferred, even though it is a little bit awkward with the defenses. So yeah, Life Orb could do some massive damage as well. 125 basic attack, very, very good as well. Then some of the other alternatives, Bulk Up. You can still go for the same thing as you did previously in the last generation, Bulk Up, to be able to get some good defenses. But again, you're sacrificing your bulk if you're going for close combat. So you probably do want Thunderous Kick if you're going with Bulk Up. Taunt is always good with Tailwind Pokemon, because you can either go for Tailwind and go super fast, or you can taunt the Trick Room setters and stop them from going slow. Quick Guard is a very nice move as well. You're going to be able to stop all those extreme speeds that's coming out from Dragonite, which is still definitely going to be a thing. All the Sucker Punches, the Fake Outs and all that stuff as well, so they would be good moves to go with as well. And then the Focus Sash set would also be worth mentioning. Lots of players did go with Focus Sash in the previous generation as well, with Brave Bird, and I still don't like that. Like, I get it, because Brave Bird's the strongest, but it's still, you just sacrifice your own Sash. It's awkward. But sometimes it will work. Sometimes it's okay to break your own Sash and just KO yourself at 1 HP. But Acrobatics is here. So you can get your Focus Sash activated and then just go for Acrobatics. But if you are going for that, you need your Focus Sash to be activated. Therefore, you should drop all your IVs to go for 0. Because then you'll almost certainly go down to the Focus Sash if you're hit. Because if you're not, then you kind of only have a fighting move. So it's a little bit awkward. That's why Brave Bird is used over Acrobatics on the Focus Sash set even. Because Acrobatics would be nice if it works, but Brave Bird is just always going to work, even if it sacrifices your item. So just a little bit of a toss up there between some of the moves. Like Close Combat Brave Bird is the best, because they're the strongest. But then you have a little bit of anti-synergy if you want to go bulky. Then Thunderous Kick would be better, but it's slower. But then we'll do more damage overall after a few Thunderous Kicks. But by that point, you probably KO the Pokemon. So it's a little bit awkward. Like it's not a huge issue that it's awkward because these great moves. I have to debate whether I use these amazing moves or not, or just the good moves. Like it's a toss up between good and great. But yeah, it's a little bit annoying that it is a little bit anti-synergistic, but it's still very, very much worthwhile.